Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and pray, and then we're going to get started. Thanks for coming out. Super excited about yet another Leadership Thursday here at the Fellowship of Jesus Christ Church. Let's pray. Father God, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for all that you do in this place. We thank you for just how you continue to watch over us and keep us, and how you brought us out safely, and how you're going to bring those who are yet on their way out safely. And God, we just thank you for the night, for the wisdom and insight that we're learning, and just the practical application that we can use for our family members and our friends, our community, to affect great change as we utilize effective leadership skills to cause people to grow. So we thank you for this opportunity this day and this hour, and we ask for you just inspiration and wisdom via the Holy Spirit. And we love you and praise you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. Amen. So we are going to talk tonight about goal setting. Now, we have made Tuesdays into our time management Tuesdays. And so now, having the last Thursday of the month, I have no fancy name for it today, but I'll think about one, and I'm sure that we'll get one in time. So tonight we're going to talk about leadership, and I want to talk about goal setting, but not just goal setting, because I think a lot of people goal set. And so as leaders, we should not be satisfied with helping people set goals. We need to be satisfied only when people accomplish goals. And so the whole piece, what I've been thinking about, what I'm envisioning, what I really want to work with us tonight on is, if we're leaders, whether it's leading ourselves, whether it's leading our families, whether it's leading in our companies or our communities, how do we help our followers set goals, and more importantly, accomplish those goals? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Now, I brought up some vignettes. I'm super excited because we've got some modern examples, right, for us to kind of dig through and work through. But before we go into that, I want to just do a quick recap on the process of goal setting. How do we set goals? What all is involved? How do we take somebody who doesn't know anything about what a goal is or what that means to the place where they can look back and say, wow, I said I wanted to do something and I did it. Okay. And I think this is particularly relevant at this time because we're entering the last quarter of the year. We've already in it, actually. October is almost over with, so that leaves you with 2 months left. And what comes at the beginning of the year? What do people do at the
New Year, set resolutions.
Resolutions, exactly. And what are resolutions if not a form of goals?
Right.
Right? And what happens to most people's resolutions?
They fall away.
They fall away. So if I'm a leader, if I'm responsible for some group, some organization, some people, and I know such and such says, yeah, this year, what's the common one? What's the common resolution? Most common resolution?
Lose weight.
Lose weight, exactly. This is going to be my year. I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to get 20 pounds off. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Let's go. Gym membership purchased, right? All the personal trainers everywhere is like, yes, bring me that easy money. Gym membership purchased. In fact, I'm so committed, I'm going to go ahead and pay for the first 6 months because there was a special at my gym and it was like, hey, you pay for 6, but you really get like 8 free. You know you're only going to show up for 2. I ain't going to tell you how they do it. That's just how they do it. So, right, exactly. No refund. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm going to go ahead and lose this weight. And I'm going to do the slushy diet, the smoothie diet. So I'm ordering these smoothies. And I got me this mixer. I done invested the whole night. I have invested way too much money in this pursuit of losing 20 pounds for me not to keep it up. And so January 1st, yeah, Happy New Year's. January 2nd, yeah, I'm at the gym. January 30th, see what had happened was...
I twisted my ankle.
Right. It hurt way more than I expected it to hurt. What happened? What happened with all that motivation, all that energy, all that excitement? And now at the end of the month, no, I don't want to talk about it no more, man. It wasn't that serious anyways. I lost like 8 pounds. I'm good. Okay, so let's talk about that. What happens? People lose motivation, all right? why don't I accomplish my goals? Okay, so I heard loss of motivation.
Proper motivation too.
Say what?
Like proper motivation. You can be motivated to lose weight or for that particular goal because a group of people from work want to do it, but I didn't really want to do it. I don't really
Okay.
want to change my eating.
Okay, so loss of so how do we describe that? Loss of motivation, but then you said
Loss of self-motivation.
okay. So the difference between internal and external motivation
Mm-hmm.
is that big? All right, so the difference between internal, I'm just gonna abbreviate,
External.
and external motivation. Okay, and sometimes we refer to this as did you own it,
Okay.
right? Like is that something I wanted to do, or is that something I was pressured into? Kind of like you said, that whole group idea. Say again.
That's like internal and external.
Right, exactly. Did it come from within, going out, or did it come from outside being pressed upon me? Okay, what else? Why don't I accomplish my goals? Why don't people?
You didn't put no steps in there.
Okay, exactly. That's good.
Break it down.
All right, so I don't have steps.
What are they called?
We're missing. And sometimes we refer to this as checkpoints,
Yeah.
right? That's another name for it.
I
Something
saw
that tells me.
short-term goals.
All right, so, okay,
Yeah, the goal's too big.
Measurable goals.
right.
Measurable goals.
So not only were steps missing, were my goals measurable? All right, were they? You
Realistic.
said too large,
Too large or realistic. This isn't a word you're right.
Yeah.
It's too big.
too large, or unrealistic?
Just as an example is that someone will tell you, you want to lose 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to the gym, like the come to the 30, it was like, I don't do it.
Right.
So if you set 10 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
you may be better off, you have a better chance of maybe completing that.
Okay, definitely. And in fact, I want y'all to keep these in mind, because these are all the things that we want to build into, right? Helping somebody to create good goals that they actually accomplish. Okay. What else? We got some really good ones up here. We got some loss of motivation, difference between internal or external motivations, steps along the way missing. Is my goal measurable? Is it too large or unrealistic?
What are the tools I need to meet this goal?
Okay, exactly. Do I actually know how to accomplish this goal? So lack of knowledge.
Right.
And so even in like the whole idea of losing weight, like I pay a personal trainer, right, to provide that gap. So I acknowledge I don't know how to lose this weight by myself. So I got a personal trainer for this, I got a smoothie person for this, or some company that provides me with my meals in accordance with my plans. I download my app where I put in my calories. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna try to increase my knowledge base along the way so that I can accomplish my goals. But if I'm not accomplishing it, definitely lack of knowledge could present itself. Okay, what else? Anybody else? Anything else? What about an in-state vision?
What's that?
So what about what I actually want to look like when it's done?
Oh, okay.
End state.
In-state vision, yes.
That's like the carrot.
Right, exactly. I got to know the carrot. I like it. I'm gonna write that carrot.
It's got to be dangled before
In-state vision.
That's what's going to keep you motivated.
It should.
Right.
It should help. It should
Right.
definitely help. So it
Right.
definitely ties into motivation.
Mhm.
But at the same time, let's say I want to increase my knowledge. That's my goal. For the year 2000, whatever, I want to increase my knowledge. But that's so general. So what does that look like? Is it I want to increase my knowledge by reading 4 books a month? I want to increase my knowledge by going back to school and learning about this field. I want to increase my knowledge by, you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So there's a lot of,
Steps.
so I need to know basically where I stop.
Right.
How do I know when I've accomplished my goal if I haven't said this equals goal accomplishment? So if I say I want to lose 50 pounds and then I lose those 50 pounds, Is that acceptable? Is that really what I wanted, just to lose weight? Or am I looking for a certain look? Do I need to be more toned? Do I want to be stronger? Do I want to stand taller, have better posture? So the vision, the way I envision whatever it is that I'm setting a goal for, is going to play a key role in making sure that it's going to be something I keep working towards, even when it gets hard. Okay? Anything else? What about reflection time? Now, this is one that I've just recently realized is, I think, a very important step in the goal doing process. And here's why I say that. I lay out my steps. They're measurable. They're knowledgeable. I've done that. I start on my path towards my goal. And then I experience a setback. If I've not built in time for me to actually examine how well I'm accomplishing my goal, how close I am to it, or how far I am from it, or what's prohibiting me from doing it, do I need to reassess, do I need to reevaluate, do I need to pause on this to gain some strength here in this area or develop some skill in this one? How do I keep going? And so I've actually come to realize that having time to reflect as a part of my goal process is what's going to help me accomplish my goal in the end. Okay, so we'll see how that looks as we go. So let's talk about this. Everybody got this? Mm-hmm. Everybody's good with these? These are all the ways or reasons why I don't accomplish my goal. So let's build in. Let's build it. Let's build a goal. Some ideas for a goal. What do we want to set for our goal that we're going to build together? Y'all just throw some ideas out. Because I already said one, lose some weight, right? That's a common goal. You might have to help somebody with.
Quit smoking.
All right, quit smoking. Okay. What else? Anybody else got some ideas?
He said that's what people struggle with.
Yeah, it is.
Getting more organized.
Getting more organized.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Managing your time better.
Okay. Okay. Let's go with quit smoking. All right. We're gonna go with quit smoking. So somebody comes to you and they say, "Hey, I need help with quitting smoking." All right. What's your first question?
How much do you smoke?
Okay. All right. So you said, how much do you smoke? And what did you say?
Have you tried before?
Have you tried before? Okay. So some good questions. All right. So let's add those up here. How much? You said how much you smoke?
Yeah. Well, how many cigarettes a day do you smoke?
Right. How much do you smoke? And you said, have you tried before? Okay. Any other questions anybody's gonna ask?
And ask them have they tried the little patch, the patches that they wear.
Okay. All right. So maybe what methods have you tried
Yeah.
before?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, obviously, if you haven't asked, have they tried before? You kind of don't know.
Right.
But you know, what methods? That's a good question to ask.
Why do you want to quit?
That would have been my first question. Why?
Why do you need my help?
Coming to you because you're the leader.
Okay.
You already established that. You're the leader. So it's somebody on your team, somebody who's important in your life, somebody who sees you as somebody who can help them accomplish a task.
Oh, that's that.
Yep. So
The
that's
the people close to you smoke?
okay. People around you.
Yeah. People around you smoke.
Why do you smoke?
How long have you been smoking?
Do we ask that?
No, we asked how much do you smoke.
Right.
We haven't asked how long.
You said how? Somebody said how long?
How long?
Yes.
Right. How long? Okay. Any other questions?
When do you smoke? Like the time of day?
Okay.
We could ask them,
Episodes.
is it anybody in their family that smoke or they end up having cancer? Would that be one of the reasons that you want to try to stop smoking?
Okay. And that's gonna come out kind of in the why.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And then kind of in the whole how long
Right.
have you smoked? Who's around you? All that's gonna kind of come out. Any other types of questions rather than just the specifics? Anything that you don't feel is gonna be covered in this generally.
What would that do for you if you quit smoking?
Okay.
What would it look? What would your life look like? How much do you spend on cigarettes?
Yeah, because that's a costly habit.
Mhm.
What would quitting do for you? And with those, how much do you spend? Okay. And what else is the third one? Was there what would that look like? Or is that just covered in what would quitting do? Okay. Okay. All right. So we've got some good questions, right, for starting off. Now, you can apply these obviously to any scenario, right? You want to lose weight. What would that look like for you? How much have you done? Have you tried that before? If you want to save money, what would that look like? What do you spend your money on now? Have you tried losing money before? Who in your family saves money? Who around you actually is investing or has some knowledge of what to do with the money that you're saving, right? So we see how these type of questions can be asked in any different type of format, no matter the goal it is that you're trying to set. So we're just using it here, quit smoking. There's probably a bunch of other questions that you could ask as well, right? What am I really looking to find out though here? What are we trying to find out? What are we trying to build for motivation, right? I want to build motivation. Why is that important? In your own words.
That'll help keep you on track.
Okay? All
It
right.
also show how much you want it.
Okay. All right. So how much do you want it? Keep you on track. Anything else? What else is that all motivation does? Just
It kind of answers your why.
okay.
Maybe it is your why. And it's
Okay. And that's fine. We talk a lot in the leadership sphere about why. Having a why. Your why will drive you, it motivates you. You selling the house. With your why do you want to sell this? What are you looking to get out? That's going to tell me what you're looking for in terms of money, what you're looking for in terms of everything. Same thing. If I'm trying to quit smoking, what's your why? What do you want to do? You looking to just get in better shape. You had somebody die in your family from it, and you was like, man, I don't want that to be me. You realize, oh my gosh, I spend so much money on this every month or every week. I don't want to do it. I just don't like what it does to my clothes and how it makes me feel. Your why could be some new person who just entered your life, who you really look up to. And they're like, man, I never smoke. That's like a terrible thing. And then you're like, oh man, I smoke all the time. And I really like this person. I want to be around them. Something's got to change right here, right? And you might think that's crazy. But like I've literally seen that happen where people was like, yeah, I was going to start smoking. And then I was like, you was like, I don't do that. And I was like, oh man, I kind of want to hang around you. So I just didn't end up smoking anymore. Not me personally, but like I've just seen that kind of in passing.
Or you met a different mate or somebody
Exactly.
the opposite sex that you like.
Right, exactly.
And she said, I like you, but I can't stand that smell.
Exactly. So there's a lot of reasons. You've got to find that reason, right? And the motivation also answers my purpose, right? It speaks to that thing that is like, this is what's going to guide you along the way. I'm setting a goal. So I need to have a why for why I want to do it, which gives me purpose every day, for why I didn't reach for that pack, for why I put on the patch instead, or I chew the gum, or whatever it is that I do. Same thing. I'm going to save money. Why am I saving money? I want to have kids one day. I want to be financially debt free. I watched my father work all his life till he was a really old man and then fall dead on his job, and he never had anything. I don't want to go that same way. I got introduced to somebody who works 4 jobs, and I was like, man, you do a lot. And they was like, but I'm only doing it for 3 years, and then I'm gonna be debt free. And I was like, oh my gosh. So, there's all kinds of whys that turn into purpose, but that's what gets us started. And so if I'm gonna quit smoking, I've gotta find out some way of building the motivation, and I'm understanding my purpose, establishing So I want to establish purpose for my goal. What is the reason that you have this goal? Now, this is also important because I'm going to come right back to it every time you get ready to quit. Every time you get ready to quit accomplishing that goal, I'm gonna bring that right back. Because remember, I'm the leader. And so it's my job to check in on my person. How we doing with this goal? So we got the weight loss goal. Person comes in 25 pounds. Here we go. Hold me accountable. Right? We love this accountability partner thing. So hold me accountable. Here we go. See, I was going to get up on this morning and go for a run. But what had happened was, so I got to be able to tie that in. Okay, I understand. You only said that you wanted to do this because you wanted to be healthy so your kids wouldn't be fat like you one day. I mean, if that's not really an important thing for you anymore, okay, so be it. And now they're like, dang, I did say that, didn't I? Whatever, I guess I should go for this walk now. Yeah, I mean, whatever. You have to be able to tie it back in. So why am I quitting smoking? You said that you really wanted to talk to that girl. She told you that she don't like people who smoke. You then said to me, hey, bruh, I need you to punch me in the stomach every time you see me reach for a cigarette. Whatever. It happens. I've had that happen too. This is my world. I got it. It's fine. Nonetheless, what is the why? What's the thing? Hey man, by the way, how much money did you just spend on that pack of cigarettes? What could you have done with that instead?
That's right.
Remember that little kid you got at home? You was like, I'm gonna make them a college fund with my cigarette money. By all means, buy it. But I just want to let me. This is that picture, right? You send me this picture to show you every time. Whatever it takes. That's your job. Make your job easier, right? By having the motivation and reminding them of their purpose. And when I'm reminded of that constantly, and people do it to themselves all the time. It's the Jamie Foxx movie that he did with where he's a taxi cab driver, and the guy kills a whole bunch of guys, the assassin does or whatever, and he's like, telling them about the picture that he keeps up there in his visor. You might have seen the movie, and then he would pull this picture down, and he talks about going to this island and having his own limo service and all those things like that. Why? That's his goal. That's his motivation. I'm gonna deal with all the crazy customers who get on my nerves. And da 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 da. This is what I'm at. This is my place. This is my getaway. This is my escape. This is my purpose. This is my motivation. This keeps me going. This is what I gotta do. Okay. So we start there. We build purpose. We build motivation. But now it's not enough just to have motivation, right? What do I need along the way? Steps. Right?
Okay.
All right. So how do we build steps?
The first thing, you put down the first step.
Okay.
What's step number one?
Exactly. Nothing special. Nothing special. Nothing rocket science. All right. So for our person who is gonna quit smoking, what's a good step number one? Let's say, hold on, let me give you some more details. Let's identify now that our person who wants to quit smoking says, I smoke 2 packs a week. All right, and my real reason for wanting to get rid of this is because it makes me less healthy, and I was out running the other day, and I realized I ran like 5 steps, and I couldn't breathe, and then I had a friend of mine who challenged me in a year to come run a marathon, and so I really want to get in shape to run this marathon, and I think I can give up smoking completely to get back to where I was. In fact, I was a cross-country runner when I was in high school, and I'm like 24 now.
Okay.
All right.
So if you're smoking 2 packs a week, let's figure out how much you smoke a day.
Okay. All right. So let's say I don't even know how many cigarettes is in a pack. So let's call it 20 in a week, 20 in a pack. So 40 divided by 7. Let's say I take the Lord's Day off. I don't smoke on that day. So
No, I still smoke on the Lord's Day. I smoke every
If
day.
you cannot smoke on the Lord's Day,
that's true. There's way too many cigarettes to give up on the Lord's. Maybe a half on the Lord's Day. But let's see, 7 into 40.
I don't play with the Lord. I smoke every day. I don't even tell the Lord I ain't gonna smoke because I tried that. It never worked.
About 6 cigarettes a day. So I smoke
Okay.
about 6 cigarettes a day.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, good. You smoke 6 cigarettes a
Smoke
day.
6 cigarettes a
Now,
day.
let's take that for the
Fiend, right?
first day. See if you can turn 6 into 5.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna reduce our current amount. We're gonna reduce our current amount.
And let's see if we can do that for 3 days.
How
Okay.
you gonna reduce it?
All right. So we're gonna reduce our current
We're
amount.
smoking 6 a day. He's gonna smoke 5 a day for 3 days.
So we want to say by 1. We're gonna reduce our current amount by 1.
Mhm.
All right. So we're gonna reduce our current amount
We need to make achievable goals.
Which
The
is
first
nice.
goal definitely needs to be achievable.
by 1
For how many days?
3 days.
for 3 days. Okay. Anybody like that? We like it. We don't like it. We want to work through it some more. What do we think? Is it too detailed? Is it not detailed enough? What we got?
It's
I used
achievable.
to smoke, so I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Okay. Yeah. By all
That
means.
3 days you need longer.
You need longer?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Even for
think-
just starting the process.
Yeah, for starting the process, okay.
You're only reducing it by 1. You're looking at the day in which you're only reducing it by 1.
Okay. You say a week, Dr. Cook.
I guess.
See if we can do a week.
Did you smoke,
I
Dr. Cook?
never smoked.
Okay. And go ahead.
Okay. First of all, we need an achievable goal.
Okay.
And you don't have to have a long length of time. If you can do that for 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
now you can turn that into a week, but now let's go to 2 days.
Okay.
It's, if I'm your coach, I'm not just, I'm giving you an achievable goal. We're gonna cut it to a half a cigarette, so you cut it by
No,
one
I
cigarette.
mean that.
But you don't need to keep that one cigarette that long, because we want to celebrate on that 3rd day.
Okay. Right.
You achieved this. I knew you could do it. You did it.
So that's why he
Congratulations.
made it so short,
Right.
Right.
so that it can be like an accomplishment.
An accomplishment.
And it'll keep you
achievable
motivated.
goal and
Equals
not a forever goal.
accomplishments.
Because we're not gonna sit there. If you're lifting weights and you start lifting 50 pounds, I'm not gonna let you lift 50 pounds forever. No, the 50 pounds, whatever it is that we said at the beginning is just something so you can reach.
Right.
You can achieve and have some success. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to have some success.
I tried this method and that.
Nothing
So-
works for everybody.
So one
I
one
said
of
I'm gonna not smoke cigarettes anymore, and this was my last day smoking, and I didn't smoke anymore.
I like
But I'm not the norm.
right, exactly.
You
Most people have to
understand?
kind of work through that.
Yes.
And again, we're talking about setting goals on helping somebody quit smoking, but we know that there are any kind of thing that you can do when you're setting goals.
Right.
One of the things I believe that you really want to do is you want to get to your first win as soon as possible.
Yes.
Right, so you want to make that something that's tangible enough for the person to be like, I've actually made strides, but you want to give them something as quickly as possible to use as a springboard to the next goal, to use as a springboard to bounce them out. So when you talk about weight loss, right, it's the hardest thing to see those first pounds come off. Right? And so you want to see that first pounds come off as soon as possible,
Right.
so that everything else builds on that. You can say, look, you lost this weight before, I know you can lose some more weight. You've already shown that your body's capable of changing. Now we have to put in maybe a little more work to get us there because you've already lost the easy weight, but you know the process works.
Yes.
You know the plan works. So whether it's reduce our current amount by 1 down to 5 for 3 days, whether it's reduce it by 2, depending on, again, the circumstances and the person, all right, you want to help them get to that first win as soon as possible. Utilizing their motivation, that you've established their purpose. Now we want to make an achievable goal this quickly. But the only thing to be careful about here, you don't want to make it too easy. You don't want to create a fake win.
Right.
Okay? And so what you end up risking running into if you create a fake win is them being like, oh, that was really easy. Maybe I really don't have that much of a problem. Maybe I really don't have any issues. I'm good. I'll get to it when I feel like it.
Or tomorrow,
Or-
I'll smoke that extra cigarette.
Yep, and that's on the flip side too. So we have to be careful here in this initial stage. But again, I think this is a really good step one. We want to reduce our current amount, 6 cigarettes by 1 for 3 days, and then we're going to celebrate the fact that we had this first win. Okay, so boom, step 1's complete. 3 days. Whoop, whoop. Do I get to smoke an extra one on the 3rd day? No. Okay. All right. So, all right, bam. Here we go. Step 2. What's next?
Step 2.
So
We're gonna
we know quit smoking is our target here. So
Right.
I'm just gonna erase that and give us some room to work on the board here. All right. So step
Now
2.
we're gonna see if we can reduce it by 1 more cigarette, but this time we're gonna do it for 7 days.
Okay. Oh man, murdering these people. What ain't never coming back to the Brother Frank school of cigarettes.
Yes, you will. You know why you're coming back? Because you're gonna see that you get positive results, and you can do this. I know you can do it.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna reduce our current amount, which is now at 5, by 1
For how long? We're gonna go from 3 days to
7 days.
for 7 days.
7 days. Now,
Okay.
why are we giving them a little longer for this? Because this is the next step.
Okay.
And this step is actually harder. That 1 cigarette was a little bit easier. This is harder. Now you're reducing it by 2 cigarettes. So we need to do it for a longer length of time.
Okay. Anybody got any thoughts on that?
Good, Renee.
I think I would just go to 4 days. I wouldn't go the whole 7. Because
Okay.
I want you to, have time to acclimate to it, and get another win.
Okay.
You understand? And then maybe the next time, I would stretch it out a little bit more.
Okay. Now, let me ask that. If you go the next time, are you going to reduce the number?
I would take the cigarettes down, another cigarette down, and I would increase the time.
Okay.
I would increase the time. I would go from, so now we're down, 4, we're gonna go to 2, add 2 more days. Right. So instead of, he said 7 days,
Right.
I would do it in 4 days.
Okay. And then
Okay,
your
so I
step
would do
3
it in 4,
would be reduce.
by 1 more. But he said 7 days.
Right.
I
So
gotta
if
go
you,
more.
it's fine. We'll come over here and we'll do this in a different color for your plan. All right. So we're gonna go. You said 4 days. So 1 extra day from here. And then we go.
He said 3.
So is there-
5. I would do 2 extras.
Is there a plan
So I
already
would go
in
to
place
5 days.
This is the plan.
for what I didn't know she was still talking. But if there's a plan in place for when this person, something comes up and they're like, I had my 5 for the day and I'm freaking, I need another cigarette. What do they do?
Call me.
Brother Frank.
Call me.
Okay.
When you feel like you can't go any further, you need to pick up that phone right away. Now, as soon as you get that inkling that you can't go any further, I want to get that phone call.
Okay.
Can you do that for me? Can you give me that phone call when you feel like you need that cigarette? Just call me.
We should get cigarettes. Because this is like more like an addiction.
Right.
And it's like I think you need more support.
Right.
You understand what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I do.
I believe
I do.
you need more support. I believe, first of all, you say go from, you gotta